Sometimes you come.
Yeah.
It sounds like you come many times. Have you ever been to Osaka?
Yeah, of course. Osaka 2 times, I think.
Oh, 2 times. Happy. It's a very busy city and nothing to see.
Yeah, I
If
really
you,
interested.
if you go to Kyoto, there are many things.
Yeah, I go about Fukuoka, Kyoto, Tokyo, Osaka. And
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So, if you come to Osaka, I want to introduce Osaka because Osaka is a city of merchant, entrepreneur like and
being recorded.
Yeah, after I graduate my university, I start working in a private company, as I already told, speaking the Panasonic. Because Panasonic is start their business in Osaka. Osaka is their motherland, and but only I worked in 2 years because at that time I will talk about this later. But I started my business, social business, and this is a kind of NPO, non-profit organization. But this company received a Japan Telework Award. You know, everyone is a teleworker. But 2012, there are almost no people know about telework because 2012, there is almost no people using Facebook. And for me, Tolasap like Tolasap Salat or smartphone, for me smartphone. And not so many people doing the telework. So maybe this is a reason like I received the award and 2 times from the government. And this business was many people helped me. So it's getting received some award. And after that, I have the time and small money. So I went to the university from 2030, Kyoto University, and get the PhD. I studied 5 years. And my major is a philosophy. Philosophy pasalaw no. I never sing. Miwo, pasatayo.
แม่นปรัชญาอาจารย์ปรัชญา
Pasanya. And my major is like Japanese philosophy or Asian philosophy, especially in the history before World War II. So it's no related to the social business you may think, but koคิดว่าなんかちゃう複数なんか philosophy これ wow なんか philosophy is important is because of my major is a philosophy. And after that I become the assistant professor in university in Japan. But after I just 3 years ago, I went to the Laos. Because during my Kyoto University, I have also working in the Cambodia. And I research and studying, but at the same time, I working in the Cambodia. At that time, after I start Happy Mahanitanya la Unipun, just a summer vacation, I visited Laos and Koi Macau Niao via Laos. And I decided to want to work in the LJI and in the Laos for the Laos. So now I really love the Laos. At that time, there's a Dr. Bun Luan, and I met him, like he was a very, very beautiful person for me. So I decided to work in the Laos and want to contribute to the Laos. This is a very brief story of mine. And this is, I think, how can say, this is my childhood. This is Osaka, and this is my mother. Oh, Lao Numunum. And how to say, Pu Tao, Pasala Pu Tao, and Po Kongkoi, Pu Tao, Po Kongkoi, and Po Me Kongkoi, like a Happy khai quang electricity shop like selling TV, selling washing machine, air conditioner, something like that. Very small business. And my parents are booming money. And but my house is located to nearby the temple. So I remember playing in the temple always. So, but I 거의 못 손자이나 샀으나 but the temple is nearby my house. I remember. This is a big temple. So my house located. Where is my house is located? I think my house is located around here. so ta chao asa uni naga chao rin uni every day uni lai. So this is my childhood. Yeah. So Buddhism always. And when I was a child, my hobby is playing game. And this is my room. And I bring like a 3 TV from my parents' shop, and like a game center, and always playing the game with my friend. And when I was high school, I'm start music band. I love the music. No entrepreneur, just playing the music. And I remember some picture, but at that time in Japan, there's many young people and children love to do this. In Laomi, Bomi.
มีสติกเกอร์วิเคราะห์ so called
Sticker,
sticker
like
และ
and becoming like hoop noi and it side paste to die, side lin die. So this is we in Japan we say purikura, and I don't know where it goes, but there are many pictures, but all the purikura. And after I come back, after I had work, and I come back to the university because Pome Koi cannot have no enough money to pay for my studying. But after I start working, I save money. So maybe where Koi Sanshippi Koi by university. Koi Tao te Koi by university. And
บ่ได้เท่าอาจารย์
well, the only 39ปี 30ปีไป and I studying in the Kyoto University, but actually I study abroad by using the system of the Kyoto University. I went to the university in England. So I studied anthropology and philosophy in England. There are a lot of pictures, but I lost a lot of pictures. And now I coming to the Luang Prabang, and I researching and studying about like Lao philosophy, because I don't know where is the Lao philosophy, ASEAN philosophy, but I'm studying about the Lao culture. Koi sonchai batana Lao, and I established like a small bodhisat for the research. And now I'm on my hobby becoming not playing game, but every Saturday, Sunday I go to mountain to do this. Henna.
พวกเขาให้อาจารย์พวกเขาให้
เฮ็ดให้
เฮ็ดให้ and ก็มักอันนี้ห้องแต่ after เฮ็ดเบียกกินเบียร์ซัพพลายได้ so ก็คิดว่านะก็เขียนภาษาลาวหน่อยนึงเพราะว่า every morning every Saturday Sunday ก็มานี่เนี่ย and doing like this farm, and this is my teammate now in the Luang Prabang, and for example my happy I get the fund from my company because I own the company. So if I don't use money so much, then I'm okay because I can save my how to say keep my life. And Khoi Tengan Leo with Taiwanese, and my child is go to the primary school now in Japan, and in Japan, in Taiwan, and in my plan before the COVID, my family also come to the Laos and Asai Nam come, but now COVID start just after she becomes 6, Hope be there. My daughter become Hope be there. So now she's going to the school. So I'm researching a lot. In Luang Prabang, for example, just last week I went to old coin,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a Kumu bracelet. If you visit like a Kumu house, then a metal or old lady have the link here. And my research is like to clarify what is the meaning of this. Like there's something like they can some things. It's like this. Also like becoming the textile same like this. And what is the meaning of this is I'm researching. And this is also money. It's not looks like a coin, but this is a money. Muan Thai, before Muan Thai, it's Muan Cham. At that time, they use a coin like that way, and I'm collecting and researching like that. And sorry, no. And I also want to, what I'm doing here is, wait, where it goes. I'm also researching about the folklore personal minion story. Folklore like an old story, like a how to say? Does anyone know folklore? Folklore.
เป็นนิทานพื้นเมืองว่ะไม่หยังหรือว่าไม่หยังพูดได้
เป็นนิทานพื้น
นิ
บ้าน
ทานพื้นบ้านเนาะนิทานพื้นบ้านนิทานพื้นเมือง
So my bodyset like research about like old story. For example, this story I told Khao Ma Lao. Before like this is in the story like a cow is a nyai kuni, and people don't need to have beard because like cow nyai so rolling down to the village from the mountain, and cow huan like this. But one punin chai hai and เราอันนี้
ควรซัก
and becoming like a cowน้อยๆเดี๋ยวนี้ and something like this story like I translate into Japanese language and sell this book in Japan now, and now I'm selling like this kind of story book in Japan too, because like I want to introduce Batana Lao or old story Lao. There's not so many enough people know about Laos. คนญี่ปุ่นนะครับคนหลายๆบ่ฮู้ย้ำบ่ฮู้วัฒนธรรมลาว so I'm doing
วัฒนธรรม
วัฒนธรรม sorry วัฒนธรรมลาว so I doing this. But today I think like I don't talk about my how to launch my business, because I think like it's gonna be a bit kind of related to the entrepreneurship class. So I decided to like muni koibowa. And next time I will introduce about how I start my business in Japan. How to start the business. It's related to the ethical things maybe, or related to SDGs. Anyone have a question for my introduction? Okay, well. Tabomi, we already 28 people here, so we start the business. Today's class. Okay. So please don't forget to submit this form yesterday. Ta chào nhằm bộ submit karena dia ni kian de. Everyone already sent. Someone forget. I think someone forget. So just in case. And everyone liking many things. Thank you very much. And I want to pick up the Miss Siriponsan's comment because she liked something like her idea. And value yourself when you believe you are worth of respect and love and well-being. Self-value is different than selfishness. It's a very good comment. And if you have a high level of self-worth, you can set and achieve your goals. And this is also important. Be grateful effort for yourself. I want to pick up the one things is like a self-value. Self-value. Self-value is like a need for confidence. Confidence. I'm sorry, I always say confidence pasalaw menyan ko. Confidence.
ความมั่นใจ
ความมั่นใจโดยตาบ่มีความมั่นใจนะคะhead บริษัท head business บ่ได้ so this is a very important of the entrepreneurship and also like this is a different from selfishness it's a very similar because like a tab me like a confidence lie like a people tend to becoming selfishness but we need to balance and harmonize about between the confidence and the selfishness. It's a very difficult things, I think. Okay, everyone is okay now? Then today we are starting to the Japanese management and Koi Saiwela Sansamon to fix this because I started developing for everyone's class before 2 months ago. And I already developed all the PowerPoint, but I changed some points. Difficult to convey what is the Japanese management. If I explain, maybe it's very, some of you are bosonchai, so, and not practical. So I try to be more practical. But today, something like a koiwao, like explain about the Japanese management. You may like chao but please try to keep listening. Okay, so I want to start today's studying about Japanese history, and I also talk about like my current interest is Lao culture. Today's key point is a culture difference in one word. This is very important about the culture. And in Lao, like also have the diversity. Some people coming from Banok, some people working in the Vientiane, and everyone has a different cultural difference. And if you have Vietnam, Kontampaten, also Chao Ton Hu, what is the cultural difference? This is a Japanese management, bomen like a Lao management. But koi tuk koi hen naga Lao Japan Institute. So it says like not the Japanese institute. This is a Lao management. There should be. I always think so. I want to know what is Lao management today also. But we need to see kind of the mirror, right? Mirror, like okay, Lao management, Japanese management, Lao people, Japanese people. Bokukan, and how like we don't say like which is good or which is bad or something, not something like that. We are different just, but we can know about if we compare some things. And this is one of the point I want to say. And when it come to what is a Japan, we need to know about like a sad history of the war and World War II, And I know like, I think like many of you already know about the history of the nuclear weapon, like which bombed by the America. And there's a lot of discussion about it. But just I wanted to see how like Japanese start after this situation, how they start their nation restart again. Because as you see, okay, I don't say anything about. Please watch like some movie for a while.
心に浮かび暗い気持ちになりました。
核分裂によって生まれた大量の放射線が多くの人を
These nuclear weapons are very dangerous, of course, especially not only the one bomb, but after that, like radioactive remains in the body. So after generation, they have the many very severe diseases. And after, not only, this is bombed in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's a kind of, maybe like a rural area, but important things is like Tokyo and Osaka has also like bombed like this. Please watch this. This is a film just after the World War II. This is a colorized recently. Yeah, this is some movie. If you are interested in the Japanese history, please search in the YouTube. You can watch many things. So anyway, this is a very sad story, but get more positive for that. Because Japan, as you know, restart their nation. And this is first, I want to start, not the group activity by using a breakout room. I just want to start from the quiz. If you born in 1946, after like such situation, there's nothing in your village, but only you could find 3 things. There are many. What kind of business you start by using them? Ta Chao, born in the 1946. First is a kind of, this is a, how to say, you can sign nam unit like steel or made by the iron. Chao sai nam unit, nam unit. And Japanese using this for, because like in winter, Japan is a very now. So if you put like a nam hon, it means hong. So where chao non like sai uni nam kang and hong non that. So during the war, there is, could you have to explain? It's a yutampo. It's a sai nam diner. And the second thing is a portable transceiver. This is a transceiver. If you have no image, it's like this is a picture. During the war, many soldiers must using to communicate. Momi tolasap, of course. So they start using this transceiver, and they go to the forest. They still can talk with like someone in the city, in the army camp, and they receive like a direction order, and they fighting, and after like they, okay, enemies coming here or something like they talking by this. This is a portable. And this with of course this is a portable with a battery. There's a battery, and also there are a lot of bicycle. There are a lot of bicycles. If you born in this era and you find that there are a lot of these three things, what's kind of the business you want to start? It's difficult, but does anyone have any idea? Someone start business from here, from nothing. What kind of the business he start by using these three materials?
Clothes. I will
Thank you.
produce a clothes for make warm something.
Make what?
Yes, from clothes, jacket something.
Jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And use bicycle to sell somewhere.
Yeah.
It's nice idea. It's nice idea. Thank you. Thank you very much. Like this, like anyone can say anything. This is just for fun, for fun quiz.
Make the shoe. Yeah.
Make the shoes.
Yeah.
Because everyone needs to walk a lot, and you can make the shoes to sell in the talat and using the bicycle. So, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Other idea after your nation like becoming like this? What's kind of the business? Anyone have no idea? How about Banenadade-san, Manila-san? Do you have any idea?
No, don't have this yet. Have ideas.
Very difficult now. So like it was, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was very difficult to start anything because there's nothing. Because all the place becoming like this, all the city area is destroyed already. But one guy invented this. One guy like three materials like combined. And they use this one for Namman and use a portable transceiver because it has a battery. Soldier using the forest, so that's me the battery. So they use this battery to make like some movement for the cycle. And this is a history of autobike. Who first time invent in the Asia like an autobike? Who made this?
I don't know. Maybe Honda. No.
Honda. Honda. This is he faced with one social problem because like as you say, some people say make a boots, right? And make a jacket or some things. But many people between like Bannok and Muan Tarat, like a Tom side, like a bicycle. But many people have a lot of things. So there are a lot of car accident, like not say car accident, bicycle accident. And everyone has a problem how to bring the food to someone who are poor area or some things. So Honda created invent the first autobike and they start the business. But one problem also happened to the Honda. Honda is an engineer. He is like to make like this thing. He's a very genius. His strongness is like to invent something. But his weak point is like he does not know how to sell it, how to market it, and how to price it, how this product can be sold. He has no idea. So Lao Boming, he invented this. But one good thing is like he knows it. He knows his weak point. This is a Honda. So he asked many people who is good at the business. who is good at business. He went to like many places. Like, is there anyone who know how to sell product more? And he found one friend. So if we say Honda, he has a two top company. Name is a Honda. Name is his name, but his friend has a very salad line to do the business. So last time class, we studied what is your strongness and weakness. It is very important because if you know weakness, you can find some partner, and this can help the bodhisattva. You don't need to head bodhisattva konyaone. You can find someone to become the partner. And of course, like Honda business is a very good sales. Also, I want to introduce what is Honda's interesting point. Our image of the entrepreneur or our image of the president in the company, Juana, is something like this, like a very ngam, like a desk nyai and a good office, side AC, air, and very comfortable, sabai and happy on the desk. But actually, Honda is always working using like a headpiak like this, always with a panic gang. And his office is like he's working in the same office with workers, always. And he rarely, I hear that rarely use like these businesses. He always like to wear like this working suit and always keep headgear. He's a purely engineering. You can try to imagine what kind of the people he is. And I think like he loves the engineering purely. This is the one point I want to introduce. Okay, this is one example of the Japanese entrepreneur, the story. And after 5 years later, I want to introduce how the Japan city developed. Like this is only maybe 1 minute or 30 minutes. So yeah. 폼의 코에 왜라 폼의 코에 리크노에 미 마루하 봄이 마루하. So just want to share is that Japan restart their nation very YY, and construct building and try to get everything back before the World War II and get recover from. And I also want to share this movie. This movie, I'm sorry, it make you. Some people have a bosonjai, but this is a kind of the movie to show kind of how which nations becoming rich and more rich. Gross domestic product, it means like a national power of to produce the products, and it means like you can see economic power. And this movie starting from the 19th century. In 19th century, like China and India is a very strong. So Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, you are located in the Indochina. Indochina was a very strong, if you see in the 19th century. Top is China, and the second is India. And Indochina is between the Indo and China. So Indochina culture, Indochina society Laos is located between the Chinese culture and Indian culture. But you keep seeing for a while this, and I don't say anything, just please try to see how it's things happening and how the history of the national economic power goes and back. Yeah, China is coming. So this is a transition. Yeah, it is a very interesting movie because if we know history, what happened, and it shows like let us thinking many things. And Laos has some disadvantage always because in the history, Laos is like inside of the continent, not along with the sea. For example, Vietnam is along with the sea. So Vietnam has been a rich before around the 16th century because they have like to import and export between like China and India. And that was a great thing. But Laos is inside of the continent. That is also not so many population. China is a very strong and domestic production, of course, and they are very great. Also, their population is very huge. Population is also one of the key points when thinking about this. Okay, I just reviewed the history of Japan, and I want to start to ask you your image of the Japanese management. Your just image. You can there's no one answer, no only one answer. There are a lot of answers and there are a lot of different perspectives. But please try to just discuss about what you know about Japanese management. First question is why Japan get recovered from nothing? And what is the key point like you think? This is a difficult question. And when it comes to the Japanese management, what is the strongness of the Japanese company or Japanese management? In your image, it's okay. And if you know a lot, of course, you can talk a lot about it. But there are many aspects. So I hope you enjoy discussion. 8룸 뭐, 30건 그냥 문이 콘라이라가 30건 student increase
ไม่เป็นไรมาเพิ่ม Okay, let me take.
Oh, no problem.
ก็อยากจะมาเพิ่มอาจารย์ผู้หลีหากันนะฮอดบ้าน
ก็ย่านแล้วก็ตาพี่เขาพี่
เมม
เข้า
บางคนมีหลายเข้าหลายเข้าจ้ะ
บางคนเข้า2 account
สอง account
Okay, anyway, I will open the room eight rooms as last time, and today like you have like 3 member or 4 members. Questions, okay, clear? Why Japan get recovered, and what is the strongness of Japanese management of the company? Okay, let's enjoy talking.
สวัสดีตุย่าย
สวัสดี
สวัสดีอนุซ่า
สบายดี1 2 3 4
ขอโทษตัวอย่างเว้าขึ้นใหม่บัดหนึงให้แหน่ อืม โดยอิงตามอันวิดีโอบางทีแบบหรือว่าเฮาเบิ่งโดยภาพรวม
บัดอาจารย์คือแปลว่าการคุ้มครองภาษาญี่ปุ่นเนาะแม่นหยังในจินตนาการของเจ้าเออว่า
อือฮึ
โอ้เป็นการบริหารแบบญี่ปุ่นแม่นบ่อืม
โอเค เดี๋ยวอันนี้ขอแชร์ไอเดียหน่อยหนึ่งเนาะอ่า เพราะว่าตามที่อั่นเฮาเบิ่งเนาะเบื้องของระบบญี่ปุ่นก็คือมาเรียนอยู่ณจุดนี้เนาะรู้สึกว่าคนญี่ปุ่นจะค่อนข้างเอาใจใส่ลูกค้าเป็นพิเศษในเรื่องการบริหาร คือลูกค้าจะเป็นพระเจ้าเขาเจ้าให้เกียรติลูกค้า แล้วก็พร้อมที่จะให้คำแนะนำหลายๆอย่างกับลูกค้า โดยเข้าใจ
เห็นดีตัวนี้น่ะคือเข้าไปสถาบันมันเป็นจังเทคแคร์สุดยอดเลยคือว่าต้องเทคแคร์ดีก็ดีนะเพิ่นเทคแคร์ดีเพิ่นเอาใจใส่ลูกค้าคือจังนั้นที่ไปวันๆกินน่ะแล้วมันสิเข้ากับบทเรียนเฮาเลยบ่คือคำถามคนหนึงว่าเป็นหยังคุณจึงฟื้นตัวได้แล้วไปจากที่บ่เคยมีหยังมาก่อนคือว่าเขาเอาตัวนี้บ่เขาเอาใจใส่ตัวนี้บ่บุคลากรเขาบ่ทั่วประเทศของเขาสิก็คือบ่
อาจารย์พรแก้วหรอ
คนแก้วเออวิชา
วิชารีเสิร์ช
research 2บ่
รีเสิร์ช1
1ว่ะ
รีเสิร์ช1แม่น2แม่นอาจารย์รัศมีสอนเดี๋ยวอันข้าพเจ้าขอปิดกล้องเด้อเพราะว่ามื้อนี้อั่นมีประชุมแล้วตอนรับอันทีมงานแล้วค่ะบ่าแต่ว่าสิประกอบส่วนอยู่ตลอดโดยสิค้างนำโดยตัวอย่างโดย
นะครับการฟื้นตัวจากที่บ่เคยมีหยังมาก่อนที่บ่มี
แม่นเห็นนำอันวิดีโอที่ว่าอาจารย์สุดก่อนที่เคยเห็นเปิดให้เบิ่งเนาะรวมทั้งอาจารย์ปัดนำเนาะที่เคยให้เบิ่งเกี่ยวกับวิดีโอของเขาเจ้าเรื่องการบริหารก็ค่อนข้างว่าเขาเจ้ามีจุดแข็งหลายเนาะโดยวิธีการปรับเปลี่ยนจากการอย่างขายหลายๆบ่แม่นขายหลายๆเนาะเดี๋ยวบ่แน่ใจว่าจื่อผิดบ่ลองอัน adjust นำกันเบิ่งเนาะโครงงานหยังเนาะที่อาจารย์เปิดวิดีโอให้พวกเราเบิ่งหั่นนะโรงงานผลิตหม้อหุงข้าวอ่ะ
ญี่ปุ่น
น่าจะแม่นนั่นเครื่องโรงงานผลิตเครื่องไฟฟ้าหั่นน่ะมิตซูบิชิอ่ะ
มันมีกับอีหยังก่อนติ๊กน้ำก้อนบ่แม่นติแต่มันถังน้ำก้อน
บ่แม่นอันแองฮิตาชิอะล่ะยกตัวอย่างโทษเดี๋ยวเมื่อกี้เด็กน้อยเข้ามาก็เลยได้หมดเสียง
อาจารย์ปัดเบิ่งว่า
แล้วเขาเจ้าเอาตัวที่แบบมันเหมือนเป็นวัตถุที่ว่านำใช้บ่ได้มารีไซเคิลมาเฮ็ดอันนั้นคือเป็นพวกเสื้อผ้าบ่อีหยังต่างๆค่ะนะโดยหมุนใช้อันเครื่องรีไซเคิลไปขายต่อ
เป็นคล้ายๆที่จังเม็ดยางแล้วก็เม็ดยางมันอย่าง
โดย
อย่างได้เอาไปได้บ่ไปเฮ็ดยิบเครื่องยางนะจนเลยเนาะแต่กับเราคนเดียวเบิดละคนจืดเอาทำมีหลายอย่างวัฒนธรรมกันไปบริหารเทคแคร์ลูกค้าเป็นหลัก
บัดนี้เว้าเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนี่บัดนี้ แปล Google ก็สิคืออาจารย์แปลลาวนี่แหละเนาะ เป็นคนคิดเลยนะแปล Google เนาะ
เอาตัวอย่างไปลองดูนี่จับดู
ตัวอย่างลองแปลดูลองเอาลงอันในกลุ่มน้อยเอาเบิ่งดูเดี๋ยวมันหักแล่นไปเองเออ
เราย้ำไปบ่ได้เดี๋ยวนี้ so นะครับทุกโมเราค่อยอนามัยเราจริงโอเค
ได้แหละมันบางเทื่อมันก็บ่ได้ไหม
Welcome back everyone and sorry my speaking today is not so good more than yesterday but anyway did you enjoy discussion I think it's a very serious point but I hope you enjoy the discussion anyway again as the same could you introduce your discussion in your group? Does anyone have the volunteer? First volunteer for today. Bien Samai-san has two camera, two different angles.
Two camera.
Okay, Mr. Paibambit-san, how was the discussion in your group?
Okay, teacher. Just a moment, please. Why the Japanese gets the recover from the nothing, but we meeting on the group. Yeah, I think the do just to the advertise from regional line to the sea. Yeah.
Okay. You say like original? Sorry.
Original, yeah.
Original production.
Original line to the sea. To the sea.
Yeah. So sorry. Sensei, I mean, we mean Japan has a region. I mean the region or land laying to the sea. So they have the region. The region are good, and also the land linked to the sea. So that's why.
Again, please say land near to the sea.
Yes, near to the sea, right? Yes.
You mean like surrounded by sea? Yeah?
Right. All right.
And this, this is the island, Japan Islands, actually. So,
education system. Yeah.
Second is a system.
Education system.
What's kind of the education system in your image or in your knowledge, like about the Japanese education system?
It's like Japanese. There has a high education system, or maybe the lesson may be higher or upper than country.
Okay, thank you very much. Seems like education is one of the key points now. So everyday education is a key point now. Okay, thank you very much.
Recording in progress.
And you also discussed about the strengthness Japanese management. It means a higher education? Or it's included?
No, not yet finished, Professor. Here you continue.
Okay. Sorry, I don't say anything.
The same group with Mr. Katia, yes, teacher.
Okay. Strong team.
What thought?
กระเตี้ยเว้าเลยก็ได้กระเตี้ยเปลี่ยนกันเว้าเปลี่ยนกันแลกเปลี่ยน
Button touch. I think like tell you mute ne Katia-san.
Yes, sorry. I would like to continue. So the number 3, it's like they have very strong in the country management. Very strong
country management.
Yeah, country management, because they know already how to manage the country. So
it's also related to country, the Japan national system also.
Yes, that's right.
What's in your image? What kind of the national system is important?
So you mean the second question, or right?
Yeah, second question, like a country. You say country management and national system. Yeah.
Yes, country management. I mean, they know they have the various nationalism and disciplinary. That's mean. Nationalism.
Nationalism?
Yes, right.
Yes. Yeah, it seems very important now.
Yes, and also disciplinary, because Japanese, they are very disciplinary. They have very disciplinary. yeah, very good discipline.
This is a very difficult term, like a pasalao meaning discipline.
ระเบียบวินัยครับระเบียบวินัย
Sorry.
ระเบียบ is also fine, yeah.
ระเบียบวินัย Okay.
And
คอยเขียนภาษาเราเอง
knowledge and skill also are the key for that. Knowledge and skill, yeah.
Okay.
And the last is have a high responsibilities.
Oh, always someone say responsibility. every class. Responsibility.
Yes, that's all. That's all from our.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you very much. And I think like I agree and somewhat. And this is a more deep question: is why like Japan has knowledge, skill, and high responsibility? It's a very difficult question. So this is we needed more time to study all over the things. But thank you very much. Okay, other group, please help. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Sorry. Personal what? Personal practice. Okay. What do you say? Personal practice? Personal meaning personal practice. Kalakong. What is could you explain about the personal practice? For example. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy, you know a lot about Japanese language. Yes. Sorry, like say again. Okay. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Work ethic. Work ethic. Yeah, thank you very much. Always like work ethic on the ethical things. But yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, you hit the point. And I will explain about what some key points you mentioned and you gave And thank you very much. You hit the points today, and more details are later coming. And let's say like personal practice and I think like training you mentioning, and it's conveyed from the generation to generation, and so it's also one of the point of the education, of course. But you mentioned like a new idea is a membership, membership, long time membership. Okay, thank you very much. I want to ask another one volunteer from the group.
Yes, sir. Can I say? Yes. Why the Japan get recovered from nothing? I guess that the Japan country have a good infrastructure, like that have a lot of like an industry, such as like the machine vehicle for imports. That's maybe to help them to recover.
Thank you very much. Infrastructure, it means like for example,
like they have the good education, have the lots of the engineer who can ready to produce the product to export, something like that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, because my image like infrastructure is like road or ship or something, but are you more focused on like a human scale infrastructure?
I thought that not only humans, maybe the whole country they have the good infrastructure already. They have something happen and then they can recover quickly. Like that.
Thank you very, very much. This is one of the points. And also you mentioned like export now.
Yes.
So produce some things and export.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, I also want to know about another one group opinion, if possible, because it's very important to think about the future society of Laos also, and to understand the different situation in the Japan, the Laos also. Does anyone have a last volunteer for this activity? No, like I will home pen.
I have yeah. I
Thank
have
you.
a topic to share. Yes. First question. Why Japan recover from nothing? I think is they have a good management. They have statistics, right?
Science. Oh.
Yeah.
Science.
They learn from, they learn from how to say สถิติอาจารย์สถิติมันไผซอยได้ภาษาอังกฤษสถิติว่าจังได๋ statistic not science.
Oh, statistic.
Yeah.
对。
Thank you.
Exactly.
And
thank you very much. Yeah, keep talking. Yeah.
And other reason is they just heard from second war, word second war. Yeah.
Second.
So they very strong. They have to try something.
Part by World War Second War, War Second, and it's a very hard. So, but it's becoming like their motivation. To fight back.
Yeah.
I think that you are very also hit the very important point, and because like there are many scholars saying same things you said, and this is a many discussion about this. Okay, thank you very much. Is this all? Okay, everyone said some things you want to say about this topic. Okay. I commented like last Kantari-san's idea. This is also I strongly support this idea, because what's the difference between like Japan is because I say like my major is a philosophy, and the philosophy is one of the core of all the academic discipline. And so I search, my major is like a search about how academic discipline developed. And before the World War II, there are a lot of Japanese went to study abroad, study in German. And I wanted to introduce, if I have the time, one is Tanaka. He get the PhD in German university, for example. And many people went to the America to get the degree and come back to Japan. And he discussed about the fight with the Western people, because like they study in the Western, but they are very critical because it's a different culture of the Japan. So after they come back, they start discussing why Japanese bokukan, like bokukan America, bokukan Europe, Nippon, bokukan Penyan Yusai, and they start discussing before the World War II. And already many government officers also incorporate statistic. And also they have science, a way of the science. This is a very important point. So, okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's make a progress about like introducing the Japan situation. In Edo era, like before like 19th century, just imagine, in Japan, I think like you will allow me like but if ta chao yak hien you tempo there, and tempo gave the education. And in Japanese case, it's a very interesting. Some, not only the temple Buddhism, but some people who have like a huanyai, they let the open to the villagers, and the villagers anytime can come, like bring the children to study about lighting, especially lighting, and also how to calculate money or some things. And another very big difference is the language uniformity. Japanese are usually import language from Chinese, and many philosophy I will also introduce, but they have the textbook. And this textbook is interesting because this is not made by the government. No one knows who made this textbook, but this is a traveling by like a buy and sell by the merchant, and everyone has a kind of some typical textbook in the Edo era. So like before the kind of like American come, like they already have some people familiar with Chinese culture and Chinese studies and philosophy. And another point is like in Japan before the World War II, there are 4 different type of the people. We say pasanipun mibun. One is a samurai. One is a farmer. Another is a craftsman. And another is a merchant. We say shino kosho. We say she is samurai. No is like a farmer. Ko is a craftsman, and Sho is like a merchant. 4 different type of jobs. But interesting happens in the Edo era, before the Meiji, before like modernization, because there is no war in Japan. 200 years, sukan bomi. So samurai has no job because they practice like a yakka kong, but bomi kong kan. So they have a lot of time, and samurai studied a lot because he is always easy to kill and sometimes kill someone. So he is spiritually very philosophical because tomorrow someone kill me. Tomorrow I must kill someone. It makes like they are making more thinking about why I'm here, why I'm living, why I'm doing this. And he studied a lot from the Chinese culture. So Chinese culture influenced a lot to the Japan. And please remember this term is thank you, someone said Confucius. Confucius. ภาษาจีนว่าอะไรนะกวนจื Does anyone know?
ของจื้อ
กวนจื
ภาษาลาวเป็นของจื้อ
And this way of the thinking is very effect a lot. And he has 5 important terms in his philosophy. First, jin, morality. Morality is important. And second, lei, politeness. And trustability, and thinking. And other is a social contribution. Especially this gi is a very interesting meaning anyway. So anyway, samurai has no job because there's no war, no conflict inside of Japan. So some samurai becoming a teacher and teach the merchant about this philosophy. So that's the reasons like a Japanese way of the business of the thinking is very philosophical and very ethical. It's become very ethical. And one of the famous person is Ishida Baigan. He was born in the samurai's family, but he also teaching how to do business. And he also has a lot of schools like how to do the business, and the business persons also contributed to him like some communication there. And also I want to introduce like Eiichi Shibusawa. He had Tanaka Nippon. There's no Tanaka Nippon, but he established Tanaka for the first time in Japan. He's a very key person. And these 2 peoples based their way of the thinking based on this Confucius. So this is a very important philosophy for Japanese management. And in this philosophy is like thinking like working is the same to living. How to work is the same to how to live. Or how to live is how to work, or something like that. They combine together. So that's the reason like kon nippon heppiak lai lai until die overworking like usually. So this is one of the philosophical point. And now I will explain from the academic like more management things. Based on this philosophy, they developed like Keiei Kazokushu, management families. I think in Laos, sometimes we say like, for example, we say I ta koi bun naga puba o moa tau kua koi wa I or uai or non. We say like something like this. Actually, they are not my kopkua la bomen pinong kan, but the koi wa I or uai for someone. But this is kind of like in Japan, like especially developed for the families. Ta chao hepiak yu borisat men kopkua. Kon Nippon kit ba ni men kopkua. So kon tao tong son we have the responsibility for education. So look sao na look sai na tong hepiak hen and sometimes like hepiak nyak, hepiak lai, but be patient. We say this is like a totei. And another point is already you mentioned, lifetime commitment. Mostly nowadays are a little bit different, but let's say 10 years ago, if you hepiak yu borisat no, never change job until you die. So one person keep working in the same borisat and never change job. The reason is like we should think, but because kopukua Bodhisattva is a kopukua, so they cannot change job. In other words, they cannot easily change a kopukua, like something like that. But mainly, functionally, this is supported by the promotion by seniority. It means if you stay in the same bodhisattva, every year, little by little, salary is getting automatically getting higher. So if you just keep staying, like you can get more salary. This is not depending on the performance, but just you keep staying, then getting the salaries. So people don't change the job. And another one point important is the social security, national pension system. It means like if you are working after Hokship Happy Leo, you can receive like money after you stop working. But another many important things, but if like a poor hebiak you bodhisattva, then all the family is okay there. So punim botong hebiak. So punim hebiak unite one. Anamaya or something like that. And then take care of the baby. So because like a company provide many benefits to the family. For example, like a company sometimes invites travel to the family travel. And sometimes if you get the house, company provides some bonus salary for your buying like house or some things. So because like their philosophy, this is their philosophy. Company must take care like a family or the Panakan. This is coming. This is a core way of the thinking of the Japanese management. So it means like Japanese once start working in the same company, they don't quit job now. They don't quit job. It means company can give the education. Just think like if Chow me panagan, but panagan like a quit job, mitten New Year or Song Year, some pileo, pai, Chow boyak, hai lao na here. Because like you spend time, spend money to educate someone panagan. But panagan pai, oh, nothing left. But in Japan, like many panagan keep staying in the company. So company can give the education and training a lot. And this trust each other. So this is a structure of the Japanese society. You see, this is a family, kopukua, real kopukua, my family, and watashi means koi. This is we think like private, and this family belong to the company. This is a big family. And this company, many big company belong to the nation, more big family. Because you can find this term, kokka, muan bahasa Nipun. Kokka ka means huande, jia. This is house. It means house. This word means house. This means house. This means house. And Gojia, Pasachin, well, Gojia is becoming like a Pasachin Kukan. But this is coming from like a Nippon, Gojia. So this is a structure of the Japanese society. So that's the reasons I said social contribution. Social contribution, it means like contribute to the more bigger family, contribution, more bigger family. So easy to think like contribute to the family, not only my family. If others' family, it means another family can be contributed, and after all the nation becoming more developed if you contribute to. This is a way of the thinking like Japanese society, structure of the Japanese society. So I'm sorry, like but I want to show like how like school has some law. For example, ta chao pai hong hian yu ni pung chao hian anamai pen chandai or king kao pen chandai or something like that. And usually this is a family should teach inside of the house. but school will teach, and also like company also teach. So I want to show like a Japanese way of the education in the especially in the primary school. Can you see this? This is lunch time every day, not only some day, every day scene.
こうやってランチョンマットとお箸と歯磨きをセットする。セットするんだ。これは全員切るの？短い人はあんまり隠さないんですけど、長い人は隠してマスク。
はい、では消毒もらって2列です。
すごいすごい。取れてるよ。取ってるよ。すごい。
はい、じゃあせーの、せーで5年2組おいしい給食いただきます。
マッシュポテトみたいなのは、5、6人分残ってます。スープは結構残っています。ご苦労様でした。はい。の冒頭の時間になりました。いただきます。じゃがいもは6年生が作られてたじゃがいもです。
Okay, this is kind of the usual scene, like everywhere in all the primary school in Japan, every day happening. And I'm sorry, I want to show like after our all the class, every day we have the time, and now my time. And it was when I was in the primary school, it was a nakayoshi seiso, nakayoshi seiso. It's bahasa Angkit friendly cleaning or something, because like it is very enjoyable, and because always in the classroom like we study in the same age, but during like anamai, like I can talk to senior person, and senior children can also talk with the young children. Okay. Anyway, like this, like in Japan, yesterday someone also discussed like in Japan also school teach like sometimes everyone go to travel to somewhere, everyone do some activities outside of the school, because this structure. Everyone belong to the one family, so even in the school you must anamai. In the house you also anamai. Kinkao you huan kukan, and everyone think like this structure. So this structure is easy to understand. This is my theory. I think no one teach like this way, but this is my theory. But this is easy to understand. And more interesting things It's like if you have yak you borisat nipun huana nipun mak anamai. Because like in Japan many people say ta chao anamai lai lai chao ming and lai lai dai. So huana konkoi also. When I go to the toilet now, huana konkoi anamai ne. Oh, koto da. Koi nyao nyao bo dai. So these things sometimes happen in Japan. But I want to share like one Japanese phrase later. But huana nippon like looks like a panagang really. When the huana is not bossy, huana look like panagang, we more respect him. If like a huana becoming like this, very rich and very bossy, no one respect. I think like many cases happens. I also want to introduce one movie. Is little bit violence and ta chao bun bosa bai like how hangahan ramen unipun management. And I want to also explain this is a small and small business management and what there's happening. I also want to share structure of small business. And please watch almost the ship Hanati Leo. We can take a break, but sorry, today like a lot of video.
1日に1000人の客が押し寄せる超人気のラーメン店。30年前小さな店からスタートし、今や名店として不動の地位を築いた吉村実さん。家系と呼ばれる看板を掲げ、その味を守っている。豚骨鶏ガラをベースにした濃厚な味に惹かれ、弟子を希望する者が後を絶たない。だがその教えは厳しく、逃げ出す者も数知れず、そんな厳しい修行に耐え独立を目指す初めての女性の弟子がいます。内田貴子さん。女性といえど吉村さんは容赦しない。何も分かってねえじゃねえかこの野郎。もう火消えてんじゃねえの。俺ガスが漏れてんじゃねえの。落ちたろこの野郎。世界初の女性経営者なんだからよ。もうちょっと踏ん張れよ。はいは。はい。社長のお仕事どうなの。そうですね、とっても厳しい。もしかしたら明日来れないかなって思った場所もあります。
So huana chai hai lai lai ku kan unipun. And I will explain why this social system can sustain. Why I will explain. Because in the ramen lesson, she had you ramen. After that, you usually had hangahan by yourself. So this is a very training is a very severe chai hai lai lai. I think I think like a con lao bomak con chai hai lai lai. Ta chai hai huana chai hai like maybe many people think like oh huana body, but in Japan like always like a good boss is a chai hai lai lai. And if you don't get angry like that way, you are not a good boss. Because if ta chao huana chai di tete, try to like train very much. And usually I will show after what's happened. She tried to launch her business. She launched her business. Then Huana helped her business. So it's like more deep love, how to say. You can see like how the little bit. She started her own ramen hang. But now she's a kondiao. She's kondiao. So all the knowledge and skill is something his father taught me in the hang, like well allow happy you as a panagang. But now lao men dioni lao pen huana kondiao. So lao happy can dai. So that's the reasons like panagam mak huana chai hai lai lai. And huana sometimes come to advise and teach. but he does not receive money. There is no like franchise system in the Europeans, like just he's volunteer to help to start the new business. So even the small business, we can say like this. Sorry, I stopped this. This is also same structure. There's a small business, ramen restaurant, Juana, and he's a panakgan. And the panakgan working very well. It's like father, chai hai lai lai, yang lai lai, but he become another Juana, and he also support, and another Juana born, like becoming a big family. This is a structure of like a small business in Japan. This is a kind of easy way to understanding of the Japanese management. It's kind of a microcosmos. And last things I want to share is like we say like such a way to during you are working, you studying, receive training at once. We say on-the-job training. This is a Battana term of the Borisat Nippon. Because like you keep working during the working, senior I or big brother teach how to work. Because this is a word of the Honda. He talked about what is knowledge. And everyone think knowledge is something able to learn by seeing, only seeing, boom, listening, fun, and reading. But these are just only information. But after use information to challenge it and practice it, then it becomes a knowledge. This is also a philosophy from the Chinese Confucianism. This is a kind of the way to think what is a knowledge. Knowledge, if you practice it, it's becoming knowledge. And like kind of information, experience, combined, then knowledge, something like that. So people try to challenge some things, and if you try to like he made an autobike, he made an autobike, and he just keep trying to make some things because of his philosophy, and this philosophy called like a monozukuri. It's a monozukuri difficult to translate na. Tap wow pasalaw benen ko. Satonom-san, chao mi idea bo how to translate. Pasalaw mi ba.
โมโนซุกุริแม่นอันสิว่าจังได๋วะการเฮ็ดการผลิตหยังแต่ว่าแบบโมโนซุกุริแบบการสร้างหันนะการสร้างหันนะ
การสร้าง
บ่ภาษาลาวมันบ่มีตรงเนาะแบบคล้ายกับว่าการผลิตหรือว่าการสร้างสิ่งใหม่การสร้างนั่นแหละโมโนซุกุริเนาะอาจารย์วิทุนาประมาณนั้นบ่
โดยแม่นอาจารย์ประมาณนั่นแหละการสร้างสิ่งใดสิ่งหนึ่งขึ้นแม่นอาจจะคนหรือวัตถุก็ได้
So mono is a thing, na? Zukuri means like make. So ta chao panaggan yuni koi kit ba ta koi het piak yuni naga muun koi pai koi boyak het piak yuni de. But because this is just a ramen, penyan like a ramen then. Penyan koi tong hai. Maybe like we usually think, but they think very system. Ramen. To make ramen, like they spend many years, 5 years, 10 years, doing like this every day, doing like this. So make like one product ramen. Something like a way of the thinking is a strong point of the Japanese management system. This is now, but I want to say now it's disappearing. Now it's not so many people like ta konum. Like a bohebiak woman. Ta Huana Henny Lao Pai police or something. Boapanakawa. Lao tea koi la. Muni Lao tea koi. And the police chap or something like this happens. But this is just before this happens. But I think like now there are also some now are disappearing situation. Okay. So now I want to take a break. I'm sorry, like a coil wow, but until sunship, almost southship bed, or let's say sunship is okay. So a little bit 2 minutes longer, but let's come back to the sunship. Okay, ship
Recording stopped.
Okay.